So, are we maybe live? I think we are. I think we are. Welcome to FutakoTamagawa Park. As the situation here in Japan is still pretty bad, I am still very reluctant to take any trains, especially during the morning rush hour, and especially when I don't have any other business that requires me to go somewhere. So yeah, another walk starting here in my local neighborhood. Sorry about that, but it's a nice morning and it's a nice neighborhood, so I hope you'll be fine. Good morning, everyone. It's early. It's just 9 o'clock. I rarely stream this early, but as some of you know, yeah, my schedule is a bit busy, especially now. So today this was the only time that worked, and hopefully it works for you as well. I'm sure some of you will be very happy, whereas others might be a little bit more inconvenienced, but it is what it is. Sleepwalking stream today. I've been up for well over 2 hours now, so I'm okay. I could use a coffee though, but I just had breakfast actually and a big cup of coffee, so I'm pretty okay. And yeah, it's been a few days since my last stream. The last one I did was the Patreon only stream on Sunday, where I revealed something to my Patreon supporters, and now, since they got to know it first, now I think I can share it with the rest of you as well. I'm actually going to Sweden. I'm going to Sweden on Sunday, so that's what, 4 or 5 days from now. That's why I've been a bit busy recently. I think I want to go down in this little Japanese garden part here. I'm not sure if I've ever actually streamed from there before. It's the nicest part of this park, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm going back to Sweden for 6 weeks actually, so quite some time. In order to make up for that, because I know that most of you watching this channel, you don't care at all about Sweden. You don't really want to see a bunch of walks from there all of a sudden. So I shot quite a lot of 4K videos that I will be publishing during the time I'm away. And then of course there will also be some videos from Sweden, some live streams probably, because I do enjoy live streaming so much, so I don't think I can go 6 weeks without it. So yeah, those of you interested will also have chances to experience the mostly grey and gloomy Swedish winter. So I hope some of you will enjoy that. Now I have some ideas to make it a bit more interesting, so we'll see how that goes. But at least I think I have enough material for at least two 4K videos from Tokyo every week during the time I'm away. So hopefully it should not be too bad. Some of them I'm actually really happy about. I put a little bit more effort and energy into shooting these videos, so I hope you will appreciate them. Yeah, this little part of the park is quite nice. I often come here with Mini Explorer. She is always curious about the water. She likes to walk up to the edge. Unfortunately there's no fish in here, which I think would have made it even more fun for her, but I don't think they ever have any koi in this little pond for some reason. Thank you, Tokyo Paul, and thank you everybody else for the kind words. regarding Sweden. But yeah, so I think I might be able to stream today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. That will probably be it. I don't think I can do a stream on Saturday, but we'll see. And Sunday morning my flight departs, so most likely no stream on Sunday. Anyway, let's head up this little hill and take a look at the river as well. I wonder, no, there's not many trees are actually in bloom here right now, other than this. Is this maybe Uma? Maybe. Stream from the plane. Yeah, 14-hour non-stop stream. That would be fun, eh? Me getting drunk on in-flight drinks. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna drink at all while I'm on the plane. Why a trip to Sweden? Asks Daniel. Basically the plan is to kind of lay the groundwork so that the rest of us can move sooner or later. I don't think we will move that soon, but maybe by the end of this year. So I'm gonna try to look for interesting work opportunities. So that's one reason. The other reason is that I'm also gonna focus a little bit on releasing my game. I've talked about it before on this channel that I have a little mobile phone game project as well, and we're about to release it soon. So that's also one reason, just to kind of get some focus time for that. But those are the main reasons, yeah. How will I be getting to the airport on Sunday? I don't know. Maybe a taxi. Maybe taxi, yeah. Maybe airport bus, but those are not so frequent, so I don't know if there's any bus that will work well for my flight, for my departure time. Ah, nice little morning Mount Fuji here. Don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in. There we have the morning Mount Fuji. We also have a horribly bent horizon. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that while I'm at it. Is it better now? Not sure. No, maybe that was a bit too much. There we go. Something like that. Looks alright now. It's a clear day, yeah. As I mentioned so many times before, usually the mornings during the winter months tend to be very clear here in Tokyo. Then later in the day it tends to be the air tends to get a little bit more hazy. But yeah, during the winter we can usually see Mount Fuji pretty much every day. Construction sounds, right? Quiet. Right, I forgot about that. You look like those, right? Jenny, coffee time. Yes, okay, let's go get a coffee. I think I will get one at my regular joint Antico coffee down here. I'm still not too happy with the horizon actually. Maybe So yeah, the thing I'm a bit worried about, which also happened last time I went to Sweden, which is half a year ago now, is that actually going there tend to hurt my channel quite a lot. So that's unfortunate, but understandable. We'll see if my preventive measures by shooting a ton of 4K videos, if that helps a little bit. But I tend to lose quite a handful of Patreon supporters, as well as getting significantly fewer views while I'm not in Japan. So I'm extra grateful to those of you who decide to stick with me during the time I will be away. Yeah, there's quite a lot of cones here too. There's some classical red ones down there. Red Panda, thank you. Ta en kaffe. Det ska jag göra. Thank you so much. Oh, Mr. Miyazaki, you're at the surgical office. Hope everything goes well there. Doesn't sound like it's something terribly serious, but yeah, surgery is always a little bit scary, so I hope you're well. So yeah, today's walk won't be terribly long. I'll probably just stick around this area. I'll have my coffee. Would be cool if we could do a group party rewatching all great hits. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe I should try to set that up. Do some Zoom events while we can rewatch some of my old classical greatest hits from the early days. Black Tengu, which part of Tokyo is this? This is FutakoTamagawa, just at the southern edge of Tokyo. Down there is Tama River, and on the other side of the river, for example, that building that you're seeing over there, that's in Kawasaki. By train we're about 10 minutes from Shibuya if you take the express train, 15 minutes by a local train. Do you have a direct flight to Sweden from Tokyo? No. I have to change. I'm changing in Copenhagen. Changing in Copenhagen. Miss Freda's. It's not for good, it's just a visit. 6 weeks though, so quite long. I will be back in Tokyo by the end of March, hopefully just in time for the cherry blossom season. Yeah. So at least during the spring I'll be back here in Tokyo, bringing more walking videos, hopefully. Then who knows? Who knows? Getting closer to 82k. Yay! That's an impressive number. That's like almost the population of my hometown in Sweden, which is crazy. 6 weeks is long. It is, yeah, it is long. It's gonna be really difficult to be away from my family, especially my daughter, for that long. We've never been apart for more than a week at most before, so that's gonna be tough, but yeah, we all think it's for the for the long-term plans that we have. So no, my wife and daughter will stay here in Japan. Wish I could take them with me. They would love to come as well, but it's not really possible. My wife has to work. Oh wow, lots of kids doing ice skating today. Maybe it's some like school activity or something. Wish I could join them. I haven't done ice skating in a long time. Maybe I can do it in Sweden. After all, February tends to be the coldest month in Sweden, I think, so should be plenty of opportunities to maybe go ice skating on a lake or something. Wouldn't that be an interesting live stream? Me falling over while ice skating on a lake in Sweden. George, you're so harsh. Hate is a very strong word. Kids are great. So basically you're saying that you're hating Mini Explorer, eh? So let's get a coffee. Coffee. So I guess most of the people we see here, they're heading to their jobs. Probably a lot of them are working at Rakuten, which we just passed the Rakuten head office, which is here in this building up there. So that's probably the biggest company, the biggest employer in this neighborhood. But right now I think a lot of people are actually working from home. Yes, grab a hot coffee. That's exactly what I'm about to do. Yeah, it's pretty quiet here in the mornings. On the weekends, this place is always packed. They usually have various activities here, like markets or some like promotional events. Everything from like Porsche showcasing their new car to some farmers market where they sell organic vegetables. So let's get a coffee here. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to switch off the audio because they were playing music in there, which I think would probably be copyrighted. So I probably reacted way too slow, so I think it will probably be problematic for me anyway, but never mind. Thank you for the super sticker. Let me see who that was. There we go. Red Panda, thank you so much for the super sticker. And also a bit of a wonder, welcome and thank you. I just got your little donation for the mega supporter for February, so thank you so much. It's great to know that Bit of a Wonder is still on my side. He's still one of those contributing the most to the survival of this channel, and for that I am eternally grateful. So everybody, please, by all means, you should check out Bit of a Wonder's channel and subscribe to it if you haven't already, because he also does beautiful walking videos from places all over the US for now, and I think the plan is to expand further once it becomes possible. So thank you, Bit of a Wonder. So where should we go now? I got my coffee, by the way. One of my favorite places for cappuccino, actually, that little coffee shop. Discovering Japan. Good morning. I rebranded and starting fresh. Wondering Japan is going away. I see. There's a magazine called Discover Japan. Your name is very similar to that and could be a bit confusing. But good luck. Good luck. Good luck. We all need more beautiful videos from Japan. I think I will go up on the rooftop here and maybe sit somewhere there to drink my coffee. There's a roof garden on these two buildings, which is quite nice. Because I mean, I've shown this area so many times on this channel already, so I don't know if it would actually be that meaningful to walk around a lot here again. Would like to go to McMurdo Station, Antarctica. That would be great. I would love to visit either one of the poles, but if I could only choose one, I think I would pick the south. It seems a little bit more exotic, just because it's so far away from my usual, well, from my usual hemisphere. So let's go up. Oh, it's too early. It's too early. Aha. That's too bad. This shopping mall is not open yet, so I can't go to the roof because the roof terrace is not open. Of course, it's so early. And that's a pretty uncommon problem for me. But then again, I rarely stream this early, so yeah. Time is it? It is now around 9:30 in the morning. So most shops and shopping malls, I think shopping malls open a little bit earlier maybe than independent shops. Let's see what time they open. Maybe 10? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, 10. They open at 10, so another half an hour. Ohayou gozaimasu. Hey Lemmy. Hey, good to see you here. Hope you're well. I don't know if you heard, but I'm going to Sweden very, very soon. So no more Tokyo videos from me for a while. So please, you need to take care of my viewers and give them the Tokyo content that they're all craving so much while I'm away. If you haven't already, you should all check out Lemmy's channel. She is also doing Tokyo walks and live streams like me. We did a collaboration a few weeks ago, which was great, and I hope we can do it again when I'm back in Japan. Sweden, can't wait. I'm happy to hear that some of you are actually excited about it, but you should all remember that Sweden in the winter, at least the parts where I will be, which is in the lowest 1/3 of the country, those areas are pretty boring in the winter. It's usually just gray weather all the time. But of course, whenever there's nice proper winter days, I will try to go out and shoot with you. So maybe I will just go. I want to drink my coffee while it's still hot. Sweden is a beautiful country. Thank you. Yeah, it's very nice in the summer, very beautiful in summer, but winters in Sweden are not my favorite time of the year. But I'm not going there for tourism this time, so yeah, I just had to go when I could. Ooh, we just passed 300 viewers. Welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I think we can sit down here. Here's a little bench. Can we sit there? I think we can. I think I can sit here and have my coffee. No, it just says that we're not allowed to smoke here, but I'm not gonna smoke. I'm just gonna enjoy my cup of coffee. How long will you be in Sweden? I will be in Sweden for 6 weeks. That's probably my longest visit to Sweden for quite some time. So it will be interesting. It's also kind of like a test to see how it feels to be there for that long during the worst time of the year. Because I might not like it. And in that case, maybe moving there is not the best idea. Anyway, coffee time. Want to look at the flowers? Yeah, 6 weeks. Part of it is because of this quarantine rules when I go back to Japan, but actually those have been loosened up quite significantly. When I booked my trip, it was still 2 weeks that I would have to quarantine coming back to Japan, but that was shortened first to 10 days and now even more, so now it's only 1 week. So now it would actually make sense to travel, even if it's just a little bit shorter than that. Has my wife lived in Sweden through the winter? Yeah, my wife is much better with winters than I am. She actually loves the winters in northern Scandinavia, especially. Maybe not so much in the part of Sweden where I'm from, but she really likes like the proper north of Scandinavia, which is very nice. I like that part too. I will make walking videos from Sweden. I will. But I know that that's not what most of my viewers care about. But I think probably at least once a week I will make videos from Sweden. And then there will be 2 videos from Japan. So that's kind of the minimum amount of videos that I'm hoping to release while I'm away. Please move to Italy. Yeah, I would love to move to Italy, but I think that could be a little bit too difficult, especially since we have no connections there and don't know the languages. So that's really, I think I will move to Italy when I retire. That's my plan. Local ladies taking care of the flowers here. I'm just as excited about Sweden videos. That's great to hear. But we're hoping to go to Europe this summer as well, and to go to Italy. So then I hope to at least make some Italy videos during the time I'm there. I'll just move a little bit because I feel like I'm not wearing a mask when I'm having my coffee, and I don't want all the people living in that house to walk past and think that I'm just an ignorant foreigner not wearing a mask. So let's sit down here instead. Oh, very cold though. These are made by stone. The wooden bench was much nicer to my butt, but shogunai. It's great to hear that so many of you have like ideas and suggestions about my time in Europe. That's good. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. I think those of you who are not only interested in Sweden or only interested in Japan, you should probably enjoy what I'm planning to do in Sweden as well. Is there Lunar New Year's Day in Japan too? Not really. Japanese people don't celebrate Lunar New Year, but of course there's a lot of Chinese people living in Japan, so there's some like shops have campaigns and so on related to it, but to your average Japanese person, no, they don't care. I vote for castle walks. Yeah. We'll see. There might be a castle or two where I can pop by. Okay, I finished my coffee. So let's walk a little bit further before we wrap up today's little morning tour. Okay, so still like Tokyo Explorer Beyond for a title. Maybe Iceland. Oh, I would love to go to Iceland again. I would love to go to Iceland again. I went there in 2018 for the first time and I love that place. I would love to go there again and shoot a ton of videos, actually. I would. But I don't think I will be going to Iceland this time. But if anything, I think I will probably pop over to Denmark for a day or two and shoot some videos there. And that's pretty easy since I'll be staying in Malmö for a while, which is just 30 minutes away from Denmark by train. So a few Copenhagen videos should be coming up on the channel in the coming weeks. And who knows, maybe I can pop over to some other country in the region as well. But anywhere else is a little bit more of a project. But basically going from my dad's place to Copenhagen is like going from here to Asakusa. Or even quicker than that, actually. So yeah. Copenhagen is one of my favorite cities. It's definitely my favorite city in Scandinavia, actually. I much rather prefer Copenhagen over Stockholm, that's for sure. And people are much nicer in Denmark too, from my experience. Swedes are just stiff and oftentimes quite rude. I think I'm supposed to wait until this traffic light turned green. Oh, it did turn green. This is a nice little restaurant, actually. Sometimes go here for lunch. They have both like Indonesian food and Thai food. Not bad at all. Denmark seems neat, but the language can confuse me at times. Yeah, it can confuse me at times too. Danish is a little bit tricky to understand for a lot of Swedes. I'm from the south, so I'm relatively used to it, but there are many people who basically don't understand Danish at all. Looking forward to our collab when you come back. Yes, Lemmy. Yes, me too. Let's definitely go on a walk again when I'm back in Japan. That would be a lot of fun. We can do Sakura collab. Absolutely, Lemmy. Let's do that. Let's do that. A bit of wonder you're from the south too. Yeah. Maybe not the south of Sweden, but yeah. The south has many meanings. I think I mentioned it before, but I really like this family mart here because they have this little counter with some locally grown vegetables actually, which you don't find at every convenience store. But sometimes when you go to like convenience stores in the countryside, they have that, but this is hardly the countryside. But just the fact that they have that little shelf gives the whole neighborhood a bit of a countryside vibe somehow. Such a nice and peaceful local neighborhood. Here would also be quite nice to live, I think. Feels very safe and great for kids. When Minnie gets a little bit bigger, she can play here. Oh, and look at this tree. What are these? Is this ume? No, it's too early for ume, isn't it? No, it's February. Maybe it is ume. Does anyone know? Ume is the Japanese plum tree. They usually bloom quite early, and inexperienced people tend to confuse it with sakura because they're also sometimes pink. Definitely too early for sakura, so if anything that would be ume. Yeah. I lived here for 14 years and I still haven't learned properly. I can't tell for sure, like, oh, that's ume. Like, it's probably ume. They're pretty, they are, yeah. I will walk a little bit further through this residential neighborhood, then slowly start walking back towards the station and wrap things up at around 1 hour. So yeah, not the longest stream today, but that's probably gonna be the case now these last few days here in Japan, because I haven't started packing yet and I have still lots of things to do. And on top of all that, they also called from the nursery this Monday and told us that there was like some close contact with a COVID case, and for that reason the place is going to be closed all week. So, and my wife is working, so yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It means we have to take care of Minnie at home. And I expect that to be the case for quite some time, actually. Anyway, let's turn down here. It's actually on the news quite a lot now in Japan that a lot of parents in Japan are suffering because so many nurseries and daycare centers are closed because of the pandemic. So I mean, in our case, we're very fortunate. I have a very flexible job, and my wife also works for someone very accommodating and understanding. But if you're having like a typical hardcore Japanese salaryman job, asking to stay home, work from home, even in these times, even with the with all the daycare centers being closed. It's not everybody who can do that. It's not all employers would probably say yes. Yeah, I guess it's the similar situation in many places, not just here in Japan. It's the same in Sweden too. Probably US, yeah. It's challenging. Signal should be good here because this thing, I don't know if you can see, but it has the R, which means that this is a Rakuten base station. So since I'm using Rakuten Mobile for my streams, if I stay under that one, I think I should be having a very strong signal. Obake, I'm in FutakoTamagawa today, and I'm going to Sweden on Sunday. And I will be in Sweden for 6 weeks. I will shoot some videos in Sweden, but I also have prepared a bunch of 4K videos that I will be posting here on the channel while I'm away. So hopefully those of you who really love Japan should not be too bored during the time when I cannot shoot any videos from Japan. Familiar to this place? Yes, I walked here many times. Sorry for being so repetitive, but yeah. Lee Kremer, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. Thank you for your support. It's super kind of you. So let's see. Now I will continue down this way. Don't know why I stopped in that intersection actually. Will we see your hometown again? Yes, I will shoot videos in several Swedish cities, just as I did last time I was there. Yeah, I will, whenever I have something that I think is worth shooting, I will, during my time there. And I also plan to do some collaborations with people in Sweden. So I think that will be fun. Like, not just walk on my own, but actually have guests on my streams or my videos from Sweden to make it a little bit more interesting. If I want to live in Japan, what's your suggestions for me? That's very independent on who you are and what you want to do. So my general advice is learn a skill, learn something that's in demand here in Japan. They need a lot of workers, and that need will just increase in the coming years. Learn Japanese. If you're gonna live in Japan, learning Japanese is not a must, but it will definitely make your opportunities much better and also make your life much more enjoyable once you're here. So that are like the generic things that I always suggest to people. But then, yeah, it's pretty. Oh, they're roasting some chicken here. Looks good. Then, yeah, it's really depending on your personal circumstances. But if you suddenly got like 100k viewers for exploring Sweden, yeah, that would be great. That would be great. I mean, there are a few walking YouTubers from Sweden that has pretty good number of views. So there's certainly an audience out there for those kind of videos too. Problem is, I think most of my viewers are not so interested in Sweden. That's what I learned last time I went there. When posting videos from Sweden, they didn't get that many views. But by the way, this is a bit of a odd vending machine. It's a blue bottle coffee vending machine. You can even buy beans and instant coffee. Oh, and another thing I would recommend anyone who is planning to work, anyone looking to move to Japan and find a job here, would be to really research the company beforehand where you're planning to apply. Because, yeah, unfortunately there's too many companies in Japan that doesn't treat their employees very well. So you probably want to make sure that the company you end up working for is one where you actually, you know, one that will let you have an enjoyable life. Speaking of that, I actually heard on the news this morning, the Swedish, I usually listen to the Swedish radio news every morning when I prepare breakfast. I heard that they just passed a law in Belgium that prohibits certain employers. I don't think it applied to every company, but some employers are legally forbidden to contact their employees outside of office hours. And that's a very nice little law that I really think Japan should take after, but I don't honestly think that they ever will, or at least not in the near future. But yeah, I think in Sweden there's no law like that, but I think it's kind of common sense amongst most companies actually to not do that, to have a clear separation of working time and free time. Australia has that law too. Great, yeah. So I'm about to get back to the station where I will wrap up today's walk. It turned out to be quite an enjoyable little morning stroll here in my local neighborhood. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. And yeah, as for the coming days, like I said, I will be quite busy, so I'm not sure how often I will be able to stream now before I leave. But my ambition is to do at least a short stream like this tomorrow and the day after tomorrow as well. So fingers crossed that I can do that. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support and everything. Let me cross here. I will see you soon again. I will see you soon again. Okay. Thank you and goodbye. Hej då! Auf Wiedersehen. Vi ses. Matane.